What's going on, guys? Here with Cole Root Johnson. So Cole, we've known each other how many years now?
8 years?
8 years. 8 years I've been buying deals off Cole, and now he is on $1 Million Zombie Flips. This is one of the houses that we did for the show. Make sure you tune in this Saturday, watch it, because this is not only Cole's first flip.
First TV show.
And his first TV show.
Yeah.
And look, there's behind the scenes.
Crew's right here.
There's the proof behind it.
That wasn't even intentional.
There we go. So you guys come walk through this house. We're going to walk you through what we did on this show for $1 Million Zombie Flips. This was a cosmetic fixer that was not cosmetic.
Cosmetic fixer.
Yeah, this place was burnt. It was torched.
Dead animals.
Yeah.
Toys.
All the things. We paid $575,000 for this. We're putting in $200,000 in the renovation, and we are listing it for $1 million. Not too bad for your first flip. And so let's check out what we did and what Cole did. Did you just do a baseball swing?
Yeah.
There, he's hitting home runs already.
It's baseball swing.
Yeah, he's hitting home runs. So you guys, on the outside here, before we go in, the house was completely torched. We had to roll in all new trusses. We had to fix all the siding through here. Everything got hit from this side over. There was a grow house here before. They were growing a little bit of weed.
They were successful business owners.
Yeah, I don't know about success because they weren't growing fire. They made a fire, and the garage caught on fire. Came through this way, and the thing about this house is it wasn't just the fire damage. There was all the things here.
There was the craziest smells you could possibly imagine in the house. There was pea tubes in the backyard. There was dead animals all over the house. There was a treasure chest in the backyard, little treasure chest full of human fluids.
They got all over my arm, for real.
Yeah, Jimmy, you got beat up on this one.
Yeah, this is freaking gross. And not only that, you forgot about the swinger's den. Pineapples, mirrors on ceilings, all the things that you want to see. So make sure you tune into $1 Million Zombie Flips.
That's a room.
When we came in, this thing was totally scorched out, right? So what Cole had to do on this is we took it all the way down to studs. Yep. So even though a lot of the house wasn't burnt, we got that smoke smell, a lot of damage going on, everything came out. Drywall, insulation, everything's brand new on the inside.
And even with a little bit of smoke damage, what I learned on this one is you still have to make sure you go down and find exactly how far it burnt, because that smell lingers. And you're trying to push $1 million with a flip and take it to market and maximize the price point. You can't have the home smelling like fire and residue and piss and dead animals and all the other stuff that we had in here. So
yeah, the smoke smells real. So things that you can do to fix that is take the drywall off. We took out the subfloors, but then also use Kilz primer. That seals it in. It seals it in, seals the smell in, because the last thing you want to do is spend $200,000 on a house and you walk in and it smells like someone just burnt a cigar. So besides fixing the fire damage and giving an update though, we had to fix some floor plan and kind of flow issues with the house. Like this is a house in Renton, Washington, kind of Newcastle. It's worth $1 million. Small family is going to be buying this house. We had to perfect the spaces. So when you come in before, we had our living room, dining room. It was all closed off. Dining was created through here. And then one of the big important parts of this is the kitchen before. There was a wall here, and then it only allowed for this little U-shaped kitchen, which isn't big, it's not grand. And so for us as flippers, the biggest thing that we had to do is create the right flow and space with the right design. So by opening this wall, it allowed us to extend our kitchen through, and we were able to add about 30% more to the kitchen. It also allowed us to put in this massive island here, and everything was designed with warm tones and that really brings that buyer in. We got nice kind of taupe color cabinets, warmth, adds in with the brown. This place, even though it was built in the 2000s, it was caught on fire, but this thing was a pile of crap. Everything stunk. The floor plan was too closed off. It's just not going to sell. Homes with not modified and perfected layout, they're selling for like $850 to $875. So if we don't hit this layout like we hit here, we could be losing $125,000 off our resale. So it's a big, big improvement. This was all updated. We did a nice wood panel wall, gave it some dimension. It felt really good now through all the spaces. Now back here, you guys, actually the yard, we spent almost 15% of our budget just on our yard. It was a junkyard before.
That's a lot, right?
Oh, it's huge. We probably spent 20 grand back here replacing all the fencing. There was a massive structure through here that we thought we were gonna keep, and then we realized.
Built by Crockett, really.
Yeah.
It was pretty well built. It took me, what, 2 hours to get that thing torn down?
Dude, the tractor wasn't big enough. It took us a while to get this thing down. It would not fall. But the reason we took it out, usually we were thinking we were gonna keep it, that was our initial plan, and we had to make a big pivot. The reason we had to pivot is once we started looking at the structure, it was built well, but it had no foundation. It was wood sitting right on the ground. That causes rot, causes deterioration. For us to lift that thing, put a foundation in, was gonna be invasive, it was gonna cost too much money, not worth it in this neighborhood. And by doing that, now we have this nice big sprawling backyard. Before, this thing was trashed. It was a heap. Honestly, it was everybody's stolen bikes in a half-mile radius were all in this backyard. So now we have a nice user-friendly yard. We had the right spaces on the main floor. Let's check out what we did upstairs. Oh, and we can check out that swingers den.
Oh yeah, that's a favorite part of the house.
That is. So one thing about this house, Cole, this house stunk so bad. And it wasn't just the smells. It wasn't, the smoke smell was one thing, but the sourness, there's like a mixture of dead animals.
This bathroom right here,
dude, it was kicking. And that
biohazard zone.
Yeah, very rarely do I almost puke. This was one of them. This was lethal. I don't know what they did in there. It was terrible. In the crawl space, this is another first time. This house had a lot of first times for me, which is, I've seen a lot in 20 years. We looked in the crawl space, and what do we find?
What did we find?
We found a jar of peanut butter and a pocket. I swear, I've never seen this. Ryan was down there looking at it. I thought it was an old pipe, and it was not an old pipe.
It was not an old pipe.
It was
used on pipe.
I don't know if that's going to make the episode, but we'll have a little bit of behind the scenes. Yeah. Tune into my Instagram, check out maybe the YouTube shorts. You'll see, and it was well broken in. So
definitely wasn't new.
No, it was not new. This room, guys, though. This was a swingers den. I don't know why anyone would want to hang out in the swingers den.
People did.
There's a sex swing. She had a lot of vibrating things there's a lot going on. A lot going on in the crawl space, but most of the magic happened right in this room. And again, nothing sets the romance like this room.
Mm-hmm. In my favorite room, I think this room turned out amazing in here. You got the I think that the tile is really cool.
Yep.
And then you got the I think one of the coolest showers. How big this shower is. The natural light. They've got one of the mistakes that was made, you'll see in the show, was we originally didn't frame this in right. So I had to do a change order on that, get that frame back in. So much natural light in here. And for an upstairs that has 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, you had to have some kind of centerpiece here. And this knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, and these are mistakes that flippers make all the time. This house already had, this bedroom already had, a walk-in closet, a big shower, double vanity, and toilet. But the flow was kind of weird. The closet was behind here, so you go through your bathroom, shower was over here, vanity was here, then you go into your closet. Wasn't good for, like, not that livable. It's kind of like an old kind of layout. So by tweaking the spaces, right, and a lot of people don't want to spend the money, but it's worth it. We were able to get a proper walk-in closet over there, but then it allowed us to get this double vanity sink, its own separate shower, so someone can be getting ready in their closet as the other person's using the bathroom. And so let's go look at the old grow house, because you guys, that was another thing. Again, this house had all the things. It had sex dungeon, grow house, it had everybody's
dead animals, probably dead people,
stolen property.
There was a street sign and a stop sign that they had stolen and housed in their makeshift shed. I've never just walked in.
It was like beautiful mind going on.
They just took the street sign.
It was absolutely nuts. But then in the garage, this is where it got crispy. So in here, this is where you came through, and then there was a little room in here. And this, remember the bed?
Yes.
Someone
a little room over here, like a really worn-in bed.
Oh, it was foul. Little weird bed through this section, and then this is where they had kind of the grow equipment. It caught fire, and then you could see straight to the sky. It was all burnt out. So the house really came together. There's a little bit of contractor mistake still here. Look, guys, make sure when you're renovating your next grow house, tell the contractor to take the weed pipe out. That is set up to pull the air out. You don't need that when you're flipping a house. I can't believe they did that. So last little details, we're buffering up. If you want to see the full episode with Cole, make sure you tune in $1 Million Zombie Flips. Annie, make sure you like and subscribe below. Or Cole, where can they find you to find?
Just at Colbert Johnson everywhere. Super excited for this show to come out. Mind blowing how much work goes into each episode. So I can't wait to watch it back, and yeah, make sure you guys check it out. It'll be a good one.
Yeah, we should have a viewing party with the kids.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Tune in, guys.